All right, to understand this more, we are now being joined by Peter Kuznick from Washington, D.C. He is a professor of history at American University and U.S. political analyst. Thank you so much for joining us now. I'd like to begin by asking you, President Biden had earlier said that he will not pardon Hunter and that he had faith in justice and rule of law. What is your reaction to his pardon now?
Well, it's a sad moment in U.S. presidential history. Biden has said a lot of things that he's then contradicted or reversed. You look at some of the ones that have real consequences. This one is more symbolic and makes him look like a hypocrite. But when he says that he's not going to give Ukraine permission to use ATACMS missiles to strike deep inside Russia, because he fears it might trigger World War III, and then he goes ahead and gives permission to use those missiles. That is something that's got real consequences. But it's sad to see Biden, a man who's been in public life for so many decades, completely destroy his legacy and his moral standing with one flaw, one false step, one misstep after another. So there's another very, very sad moment in U.S. history.
Right. Now, we have some reactions from Republican, representatives like Majority Taylor Greene. Hunter Biden broke gun laws, that's what he said. He broke the FARA Act. We have reactions from the Democrats as well. We have Eric Holder Jr., who said, here's the reality. No U.S. attorney would have charged this case given the underlying facts. How do you think of the reactions coming in?
Well, that is true. That if Hunter Biden had not been the son of the president, he would not have been charged in this way and treated in this way. It would have been a minor case that would have been settled without any prison time. But the fact is, he is the son of the president, and that President Biden has said repeatedly that he would not pardon his son. Well, why now does he change his mind? Why now does he decide to pardon his son? That just smells of corruption. The whole idea that presidents have this power is just something that feeds and fuels corruption in the American system. We've seen the way Trump has used it. We've seen the way Trump plans to use it to free the January 6th violent prisoners. But, this is a power that the Constitution grants to presidents. It's one of many things in the original Constitution that is deeply, deeply flawed.
Right. If you could also explain us now, the statement says he's given full pardon. What does this pardon mean? Does it mean all the cases that he might have in future as well?
Yes. It means that any crimes he's committed in the past, and there are two that he's been convicted on by a jury of his peers, as well as any other crimes that he may have committed on a federal level, will now be excused. So it's a sweeping kind of pardon. But you see what Trump's done also, where he pardoned Charles Kushner, the father of his son-in-law, and where he plans to pardon other political partisans. We've seen other presidents do the same thing in the past. So it's not that Biden is different in using it. It's just that Biden has said repeatedly that he would not use it, which makes him look like a hypocrite.
Right. Now, his ending remarks were, I hope Americans will understand why a father and a president would come to this decision. Do you think Americans will understand?
I think it's clear why a father would come to this decision, but the political implications of lowering the standard of justice in this way right before Donald Trump is coming to power means that he's going to legitimize some of the things that Trump is going to do, because Trump could say, well, look what Biden did. And the things that Trump is likely to do are equally, if not more, reprehensible with more consequences. It's going to really confuse and muddy the moral distinctions and the morality of what a president should be allowed to do.
All right, now that the pardon is done, of course, we'll be looking forward for other reactions that come in. But thank you so much for joining us on the show and giving your perspective.